For we are to God the fragrance of Christ. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 15.
Hello fragrance friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Tope, and on this channel we have fragrance reviews, we have fragrance tips, we also have fragrance hauls. So if you have not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and yep, you're part of the family. It's that easy and it's free. Also, don't forget to click the like button because I want to know if you like and you enjoy the video. But how will I know if you don't like it? So go ahead and like, and let's get straight into the video without much ado. So we're going to start with my honorable mentions. I'm starting with honorable mentions because they're not part of the list. So let me just start with them. So for my honorable mentions, they are these two. And I'm not going to talk about them. That's Elizabeth Arden Green Tea and then Elizabeth Arden Sunflower Morning Garden. So I'm not going to talk about them because I'm linking below in the description box the video about my blind buy review. So I've already reviewed this. I'm not going to bore you. So if you haven't watched that and if you haven't seen the review, click down below and see it so that I can go on to the other ones, right? You understand, right? Thank you for understanding. So these are honorable mentions because I find myself just reaching for them during my day, especially my work day. So I'm working from home. Please hashtag in the comment section if you're team working from home, you're still working from home. Yeah, so I'm still working from home. Even though the lockdown in Nigeria has been eased down a bit, I'm still blessed to be working from home and not in my office yet. So yes, so I'm still working from home, and I enjoy this for those days. They're very light, and that's every day, Monday to Friday, public holidays included. Yeah, so they're very light. I like this one. It's floral, and as you can see, I've really used it. It's floral, it's beautiful. So I like this one more than I like this, but I like this equally too. And then this is so nice because this is simple, but if you look at the notes breakdown, which you see in that video I'm linking below, it has a lot more notes, but it's done so well. So that is my honorable mention. The first on this, okay, so now I think I'm going to do it in like order. So the ones I'm going to mention first are like the least in the 5, and then the one that I'll say last is going to be like the best. Okay, so the first one that I have for you is this right here, and this is La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. So this one is a 3-note fragrance. In the top it has pear, in the middle it has vetiver, and then in the base it has vanilla. So those are the 3 notes: pear, vanilla, and vetiver. So it's a very simple, yeah, you can call it simple, but it's not. I like the way it is done. It is complex. It is simply complex. So it's a beautiful, sweet, fruity, gourmandish, and balsamic. You know, it feels a bit sticky. It's a bit like heavy. When I say sticky, not sticky in a bad way, but it's full-bodied. If it was a wine, you'd say it's full-bodied. It's not slim, you know. So it's a very nice fragrance that I enjoy. And then it's also because, you know, sometimes the fruity, gourmandish fragrances could be a bit heavy, but this is not. It's not heavy. It's just beautiful. It is well done, and then it is matured, because I know that one of the things that I have experienced in my journey with fragrance is that most times I'm looking for fragrances that are just matured for my age, and I find that some of the fruities could go far off and become a tad too girly, a tad too young, but this one is just, and I like it because it's not too much. It is just enough, and I like it. It's enough, and I like it. So that's that one. That's La Belle. So the next one I have is this, and this is Club de Nuit by Amaf. So this is the Club de Nuit Woman. It's a very beautiful bottle. If you can see it, I really love it. It's the Club de Nuit Woman, and it has in the top notes bergamot, grapefruit, and orange. In the mid notes it has geranium, it has jasmine, lychee, and then rose. And then in the base notes it has musk, patchouli, vanilla, and vetiver. Yes, so this is a very nice floral note. Let me spritz as usual. Hup. So this is a nice citrus, fruity fragrance. And it's citrus, it's floral, citrus floral, but you could call it So when I spray it, I get a burst, a very heavy burst of like the citrus because of the orange, because of the grapefruit, and then the bergamot. And then when it begins to dry down, the citrus doesn't go. It doesn't just go. It kind of ushers in the floral. I smell more of rose. I don't know what geranium or jasmine smells like. I need to be honest. Rose is the only flower I know. If you grew up in Ghana, you know a rose, like especially that red rose, you know. So that's what I know. I know the rose, but the floral comes in very nicely. And then the vanilla, I begin to smell. The vanilla gives it a sweetness, a very nice rounded sweetness. But when it stays longer, you kind of smell the vetiver. When it stays a bit longer than this one has smelled, on the real dry down, you smell the vetiver. But it's a beautiful fragrance. Like I said in my last review, it reminds me so much of Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. This is like, it's a very good dupe. If you're on a budget, this one for me is a nice fragrance that you would use, and it would easily, for me, it has easily come to represent or come to replace, not represent, come to replace that one for me, especially for the price point, because I can't be using that one every time. Fragrances are expensive. They've even gotten more expensive now because of all this funny things about dollar and everything back here in Nigeria. So fragrances are getting more expensive. So because of that, I love this. Well, aside that, it smells nice. So this is a budget friendly one if you're on a budget and you know you don't want to waste, but this is one that I've really been reaching out. So the next one I have is the White Tea Wild Rose by Elizabeth Arden. So this one too, I said in my last review, I've already reviewed it. I'm not going to talk about its notes. So I have a video on this one in my blind buy. So again, this is one that I'm also reaching out for because it's very nice, very similar to the white tea, but this is very heavy on the rose. So I really enjoy it. It's very, I like it. It is light, and the reason I like this is that like the white tea is a bit flat. So, but this one, it has a bit more. The wild rose, because in this one there's Turkish rose, there's Bulgarian rose. So I feel like that one kind of amps it up and gives it more. So that is why this one is one that I really like. I really like. Next one is this right here. And this is Girl of Now by Elisab. This is a very beautiful fragrance. And this is at number 2. I'm counting from the bottom up. So I can't even count again. I probably need to go back to preschool because I can't count. So for the top notes, there's mandarin orange, pear, and there's pistachio. And then in the heart, there's orange blossom, there's Mongolia, and then there's almond. And then in the base note, there's patchouli story, there's cashmere, there's tonka bean, and there's almond milk. So this is a very, sweet, nutty. Yes, nutty. The patchouli and the pistachio gives it a very nice nuttiness. It's a very, I like it. I really like it because the almond and then the almond milk makes it creamy, and then the almond on its own just gives it that nuttiness with the pistachio. So what I can say is a creamy nutty fragrance. It's very nice. And then the whole patchouli in the mix and the orange blossom and the Mongolia just gives it a slight floral, but it's very slight. So that floral with the almond milk gives it this almost a powdery feel. It's a very, I really like this one. It's very high. Like I feel like this is the fragrance that when we're allowed outside, when they finally say, yep, the doors are open, people step out. This ranks very high on the one that I'm going to wear to go out, because you want to make one will get out like this. You have stayed home by the grace of God. All the weight that I have piled on by some magical means would vanish. So I'll really slay. And then this is the fragrance. Like if I'm going to step out, when they say we should go out, it's time to go out. This one ranks very high on the fragrances that I'm one of it. I'm definitely sure. If it's not that first day, probably maybe the second or the third day, I'm going to use this one. Like no jokes, because it's a very nice fragrance and I like it. I have ordered the other one, the Girl of Now Forever. The other day I was taking my bath and I was like, it feels like, I'm not sure. I thought I didn't like Girl of Now Forever, but this one kind of smells different. So I'm like, are you sure it is not the Girl of Now Forever you smell? It's like, because of the confusion, I felt like, you know what? Let me just unleash the confusion. Let me unconfuse the confusion and then buy it. So this is me justifying why I'm going to get another one of this, but this is a good friend. So if I'm sweating, please pardon the sweating, because the AC that was making noise, it has finally broken down. So we don't have any cool air blowing over my head. And then these lighting situations, as you know, can be very hot. So please pardon me whilst we get a new AC. I'm kind of torn between buying a new perfume or a new AC. So comment down below, should I buy a new perfume or replace my AC? Let me know. So the next one, can we have some drum rolls, please? This is my number one that I have been reaching as my favorite. Like, I love this fragrance. I think that it's the best thing that happened after sliced bread. Like, it's like the best thing that happened to this world after sliced bread. And that is Oud Vanille by Mancera. So this one too I talked about in my video, but because this is number one, I'm going to talk about it some more, because I mean, number one, what do you expect? So in the notes, it has alga wood, which is oud, saffron, black pepper, and cardamom. In the mid notes, it has floral notes. In the base, it has Madagascan vanilla, it has gaiac wood, and it has sandalwood. Man, look, you know, I said that the Girl of Now might be the one that I'm going to go outside with. This one for sure is going outside. It is going when I'm told I can go out, because this is good. So it opens with oud. You know, it's that alga wood is what you smell first, and then just as the alga wood is going down, you begin to smell some spiciness in it, which is from definitely the black peppers and then the cardamom in it. And then when this thing dries down, let me tell you, it oozes this. Oh gosh, you don't understand. When this thing dries down, it has this beautiful gourmandish vanilla that I haven't felt in any fragrance, and it is so beautiful. And you know what? It lasts long. So there was a night where, before I went to bed, I just sprayed one. I woke up and I was smelling like this thing. My bed was smelling of this sweet Madagascan vanilla. Like, it was beautiful. This one, I am definitely going outside with it. When they say we can go outside, this is my first outside fragrance. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, no way. This thing, I can't even say anything about it. I like it so much because it is just, the oud here is different. It's just, I have other oud and vanilla fragrance. If you know me, I love vanilla and I love oud. So I have quite a number of oud and vanilla mixes. But this one, it's very high. Until I get oud and something that is different from this, trust me, this is like one at the top. Okay, so I've gone through my 5 fragrances with 2 honorable mentions. Will you comment down below? Tell me your favorite fragrances you're reaching out for now. And if I don't have any, I think I'll pick 1 or 2 that I will go and try out. Don't forget to like this video. And also, if you're not already subscribed, please click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I'm going to be super happy to be a part of the fun. And don't forget to comment. I respond to all my comments. So I really enjoy reading from you. So don't forget to comment down below. And like I always say, stay safe and stay centered. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.